What's up, YouTube? It's Chris Albert here, coming to you from Long Beach, California. Took a few days off from doing videos. Had to take care of some other things in my life, but I'm back here, and I got a question about whether or not bodybuilders should do things like CrossFit. Sorry, I'm getting all blinky. It's all bright in here. Um, should bodybuilders do things like CrossFit? So let me start this off with a caveat. One, I don't like the word, the concept, or the institution of. Well, I wouldn't say I don't like the concept. I don't like the word or the institution CrossFit. I think that CrossFit, the brand, has its head up its own ass, and I think that if you look at their main site, their programming has gone completely off the chain, and I think that they are becoming just as corporate of an entity as a 24-hour fitness, or what they would call a big box gym. Um, so whenever you have a center of power like that, and you have people making money and one person dictating the programming, then you'll find that the programming seems like somebody's got his head up his own ass, and not going to name names, but somebody does. Anyways, that being said, I absolutely love the concept of CrossFit and introducing things like Olympic lifting and powerlifting and kettlebell training and gymnastics and endurance training back into the fitness mainstream. Not that endurance training ever left, but I think that anybody who is a bodybuilder who wants to remain what they call functional should be trying all these things. I think that you can absolutely benefit by doing Olympic lifting and powerlifting in a couple of ways. One, it'll increase your work capacity, the amount of work you can do. Two, it'll have a positive impact on your central nervous system, because your central nervous system is going to learn things like speed and explosion. It's also going to learn how to bear larger amounts of weight. And I think that this is important because you need some things like this to build the frame on which you carry your muscle. Now, why do we need that frame? Well, I see so many kids who just have superficial strength. They can curl, but they can't squat. They don't have the core power to squat deep enough to actually benefit them. And so I think that's a pitiful thing when you have a bodybuilder who cannot squat, who cannot squat to a depth that any respectable depth, below knee level there. I think that it's pitiful that a lot of bodybuilders, because they feel like they can't front squat, don't do front squats. Now, a front squat, not in this manner, but in the old Olympic manner, where you're pointing your elbows and keeping wrist flexibility and using thoracic flexibility to keep the weight up, so that you're really, really working on your core strength. I think that that's an essential piece of strength that a lot of bodybuilders are missing. And the funny thing about bodybuilders is this: if they can't do something, and if they don't look good doing something, and I'm not just talking about bodybuilders like pro bodybuilders or anything, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you fucking gym rat motherfucker who doesn't want to look weak. A lot of these guys won't do things like front squats because they feel like they can't do enough weight, so they're going to seek the alternative, which is the back squat or the leg press or something like that. And it sucks because they're leaving massive holes in their strength. I, for one, want to be as strong as humanly possible. I have made a commitment to myself to be as strong as I can for as long as I can, regardless of what my fitness goals are. Because no matter what your fitness goals are, you can benefit by being stronger. And so in that sense, CrossFit or things like CrossFit would help bodybuilders out immensely. The other thing is things like strongman um, have you doing things where you have massive amounts of what they call time under tension, where your muscles are really under tension for long periods of time. And this concept of time under tension for bodybuilders is extremely important. So you can get a whole lot of hypertrophy by doing things like Atlas stones or farmer's walks or tire flipping. These are things that are really, really beneficial for building. You know, you see those strongmen, they have that massive yoke up there, and if you ever see some of these guys, they have massive backs with just slabs of meat hanging off of the friggin' ends of their lats there. That is stuff that can really, really benefit you as a bodybuilder. Not only because it's going to make you fucking really strong, not just superficially strong, but because it's also going to help you build a whole lot of muscle. CrossFit itself, the programming, I don't necessarily think is a good idea for bodybuilders. Bodybuilders need to follow some body part based programming in order to make sure that they're developing specific body parts and following that artistry that bodybuilding requires, where you look at yourself and you say, oh, I need to bring out my shoulders a little bit more. But incorporating things like a CrossFit WOD for conditioning, or incorporating some Olympic lifting, or incorporating some strongman for conditioning would absolutely benefit you in a lot of different ways that walking on a fucking treadmill is never going to benefit you. So there's my answer. Please, like I said, if you're a bodybuilder and you're out there and you're thinking about trying these things, absolutely try these things. These are things that are going to keep you moving. They're going to make you a better athlete in general, and they could definitely benefit your quest to build muscle. If you have any questions, just email me at gettingtoshredded@gmail.com. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, and as always, if you like my content, please fucking subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe and tell your mama to subscribe and tell everybody to subscribe, because I'm trying to build the fuck out of this channel, and I'm going to make it the best fitness channel on YouTube. So y'all take care. Fucking I'm going to hit the sack because, as you can probably see, I'm fucking tired, and I will talk to y'all later.